What's up, family? So, yesterday I had a dream, yesterday night, and also I had another dream last night. So, I'm gonna let y'all know about that one, but I'm gonna tell y'all about the dream that I had last night. Uh, so, God gave me a dream. It started off, I was walking from I don't know what I was walking from, but I was walking in the street and I looked up and it was like a red moon. It was like kind of burgundy and black. It was like real red. Uh, so I peeked around the corner and I start walking towards it. And as I'm walking, it was like more moons that was like added to the sky. So it was like it was probably about 21 red moons in a bundle together. Like some of them was in a bundle together. Then I saw some really, really big ones. Only saw two big ones, like huge, and they was like on the other side. And basically, uh, God was showing me that Jesus is returning soon. If we look at some verses, like let's look at Acts, chapter 2, verse 20. The sun should be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the day of the Lord, the great and magnificent day. Then let's go to Joel chapter 2, verse 31. The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the great and awesome day of the Lord comes. You know, so those just a couple of verses, and it's multiple verses about the red moon. You know, and I feel like God was just showing me the urgency of what's to come soon. You know, and I also saw a red beam shot from the sky and hit the middle of my hand. And it was burning my hand. I'm like, it burns. I was just focusing on the beam. It would just come from the sky. And basically what God was trying to tell me is, I was a target, you know, in these last upcoming days, you are a target. You know, when you're a Christian and the government start changing laws and changing rules and putting targets on your head, they're going to come after you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, you know, it's going to be, you know what them days are going to be when those things start to transpire. Then also I saw like helicopters, like multiple helicopters coming from multiple ways. And I heard the Lord voice talking to me saying, like the days of Judah, I'm sorry. Like the days of Judah. If you know who Judah is a brother of Joseph. So Judas is the second to the youngest brother of Joseph, and they sold Joseph to, you know what I'm saying, to slavery, and basically I feel like what God was telling me about this situation is it's gonna be a lot of prosecution. Like, so your brothers, your mothers, your friends, your co-workers, they all gonna know that you're a Christian, and they all gonna tell and snitch, like, and tell the people that, you know, that's who you are and that's what you represent. That's your mark. You represent Christ, and they just gonna start giving people away. You know, basically point the finger like, oh, there he go, there go the Christian. You know, there go his name Jerome Bakes, or his name, you know, whatever. But that's just what he was showing me in the dream. And what happened to me last night was, it was a scene where we was driving, and the person who was driving, he started speeding up. Like, it was like a trap. It was like a police trap. How I remember in Augusta, Georgia, they used to have this all the time. They used to have the police, especially late at night, probably like around, I don't know, maybe like 7, 8, and they pick like a location to like pull cars over to check. You know, I guess like trying to check your ID, your insurance, or try to see if you're drunk, or I don't know what they was basically doing. I never got caught up by them by the little police traps they be having, but people used to tell me stories like, oh yeah, people been partying and they was trying to see if you drunk or try to catch a criminal. Who knows? It was a country. Racism was crazy out there, so So basically it'll be like that, but basically they gonna be seeing basically who you are, like what do you represent, what do you believe, and they start and I seen like some like shipping carts, like how you see boats with them big shipping containers. I seen those like on the side, and the police was just pulling people over. So, but anyway, we escaped. You know what I'm saying? So I got in the driver's seat and I drove and went to like a little cut. So they didn't see me. So, but I drove down this little street, and there was this man. He was like crawling, like he was like bloody, like he was dying. Like you see a trail of blood coming from his car all the way down to the street. So I parked and went inside like this building. And when I went inside this building, it was like this older lady. She had a bullet hole in her chest, and she was like just in the front of her in the door. It's like an apartment door. Like it was like a house. Like if you ever seen a house apartment, and you have like, you can open a door from the outside, and you got other doors like inside of it, like, but it looks like a house. She was like at the front, you know what I'm saying? And she was just like laying down. I was trying to get somebody to help her or whatever. And then the dream stopped or whatever. But basically God was just telling me that there's gonna be a lot of prosecution, and I just want to make this video to let y'all know to beware what's to come, what's to transpire. Jesus love you. He will always love you, and it's really time for us to pick sides. Choose who you want to be and what you want to represent. And I pray for you, and I pray for your family that y'all choose wisely. Don't be afraid of the how I want to say it. Don't be afraid of the bullying and the things that, the fear of dying, or the fear of they will put in your heart, like, hey, if you don't take this chip, or if you don't follow the government, we're gonna lock you up, or we're gonna sacrifice you, or whatever. It's better to be killed and go to heaven and be in peace for forever than to follow the rules of the government and be in hell for eternity. I'd rather suffer now and go to heaven than suffer and go to hell. So I love you all. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Let's get it.